Some of the guns now have separate versions that don't include optics, accessible only via spawn menu, and the give command. They're also randomly given in PvP mode. Weapon shaders are now lighter. They also improved the sea map a bit and improved the underwater view. We are also getting a teleporter. I don't know how these work, but just read the text above. I may be wrong, but this leak may be a remaster of the map Desert Bridge. We are also getting a new vehicle called the Quad Bike. This has not been the first time this vehicle has appeared in my video, as it has appeared on my last leak of Gorebox. Some new animations for the sawn-off USP match, an MP7 with varying amounts of sound design done. These may possibly change in the future, but it isn't likely. They also reworked the rotator. You can now change the torque, as well as gear. Items from clothing tab and entities, with exception of armor pieces, are now available in the customization menu. They are also adding a fifth hat layer so you can combine accessories. The following part will be a long one, so brace yourself. I have decided to talk a bit more deeply about future updates with you, since I feel like you deserve it after a bit of silence you've been receiving, both recently and not so recently. Let's first talk about closest update to release. It was supposed to be an update mostly focusing on rework and mechanical part of the game, but in the end, due to me picking up some ideas that I didn't have time to realize for V15.16, like Lowrider, it ended up being another little bit of everything update. I won't get into exactly everything it has to offer, but here are some things that I feel need a mention. New weapon, grenade launcher, 3 new vehicles, quad bike, ATV lowrider, and road roller. A bunch of new mechanical entities like propeller, saw, teleporter, and particle emitters, as well as reworked ones like delay and rotator. Brand new customization, UI and features such as shoes, color, nose type, style, accessories, ability to toggle, iris verse, curse alike, as well as make them glow, divine doll alike. Big reorder in most of spawn menus categories. Reload, equip animations for sawn-off USP match. Falmas, MP7, V15.16, C3. As a little bonus, there is also pumping animation from Mossberg, as well as firing animations from Magnum and Winchester. Opticless versions of weapons like Dragunov SVD, P90, AR-15, SCAR, in August accessible via spawn menu, and randomly given in PvP game mode. Functional doors on certain static props. 5th clothing layer for accessories like headphones. Better underwater visuals and immersion. higher fire rate for M249 and PKM, updated models for Deagle, Mossberg 500, thrusters, splitter, rotator, button, delay, van rims and Gorebox glasses. Next up, let's talk about V15.17. Unlike V15.15 and V15.16, it will have a set theme that we will stick to, that being gore and look of gore dolls. The gore update is real. It will focus on remaking old gore models such as ones for dismemberment, while adding new ones like exposed bone when a limb breaks, instead of it using dismemberment gore like it does currently, intestines, blown off hand, foot, forearms, legs, and more. It will also change looks of Gordos by reading 3D clothing previously featured in V12, with new additions like jackets, hoodies, boots, and such. Now, we get to probably most shocking part to most of you: 3D hair, facial hair, most of which will be modeled by our amazing modeler. Now let's move on to V15.18. Just like V15.17, it will have a set theme, which will be revamping the arsenal. It will focus on topics such as rebalancing, reworking, improving looks, feel of weapons, and of course adding new ones. You could already see a fair bit of the remodels of current weapons in Sneak Peek's channel. This update should also close off the topic of weapon animations, as we plan on making every weapon have its own individual set of animations: equip, reload, empty reload, idle, and aiming. Worth mentioning that weapons that will be reworked are G36C, replaced by G36E, Flamethrower, and Molotov. This is all I want to reveal for now, but there's much more to this update that I would like to show, only when we get to work on it. I'd also like to briefly touch on V16. It was actually supposed to begin development right after V15.15, but due to certain complications, I have decided to work on these 3 final V15 updates before finally moving on to V16. I won't talk about what will it have, as at GDEV already talked about it in this message. For last, it is worth mentioning that besides future updates, V15.17 and V15.18 having set themes, there still may be seemingly random stuff thrown into the mix, as it usually is due to one reason or another. Thank you all for reading this behemoth of a message, and see you again very soon.